All right. Hi, everyone. Officially welcome to the Capital Area School Development Association Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event with us today. We have some fantastic schools here. My name is Stephanie, and I will be your facilitator for this session. Before we get started, I have just a few housekeeping items. Just a quick reminder, your camera and microphone are off, so our presenters cannot see or hear you. You can, though, however, use the Q&A feature to type questions to our presenters at any time during this session. And this is one of just many different sessions happening today and tomorrow. So please feel free to check out the website and sign up for anything else that you're interested in. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/CASDANY. I will put that link in the chat box for you as well. And I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter, the Albany College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Stephanie. I really appreciate it. Good evening, everybody. As Stephanie mentioned, I am the first presenter here representing Albany College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. My name is Kelly Whitelaw, and I am the Associate Director of Admissions. I want to give a very brief overview of who we are as an institution. I'll give you a little glance of academics, the student experience, and some next steps regarding the college admissions process. So ACPHS is a 100% health sciences focused institution right here in Albany, New York, the capital city, founded in 1881. So we have a good long legacy of producing the next great generation of healthcare professionals in this area and sending them out into the world. As I mentioned, every single one of our students is focused on the health and medical sciences. We were founded on the discipline of pharmacy, and since then, our academics have grown to incorporate a variety of different undergraduate majors and combined degree programs in the variety of different health sciences. We are a very small institution of a total student body of about 1,200, and that gets to bode a 9-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So you get to be known as an individual for who you are as a human being on our campus. You are far from just a number on a page, which we are extremely proud about. These are the overall degree programs that we have available. So as you can see, a list of 6 undergraduate entry points. We are not claiming to do it all, but we are experts in our field. We were founded on the discipline of pharmacy. The other majors that we offer encapsulate a variety of different health professions, from laboratory diagnostics, getting an expert level of skills in infectious disease. We also have a lot of research opportunities built into every single one of our undergraduate pathways, which makes you a very dynamic applicant to either professional degree programs or certainly very marketable in the job market. Some of our most popular pathways, aside from pharmacy, are those students that are thinking about the pre-professional pathways, particularly in the areas of medicine, physician assistant studies, and dental medicine. We do enjoy several different affiliation agreements with a variety of higher education partners that we do get to utilize combined or joint degree programs with. So you guys as high school seniors could potentially be considered for a doctoral or master's level seat, all in one fell swoop in your undergraduate admissions process. So huge opportunities for those of you who have a clear-eyed view as to what the future holds for you in the health sciences. The overall student experience, we want to be as robust as our academic offerings. So we have a large variety of clubs and organizations that help to support your experience in the undergraduate world at ACPHS. It's not just about the studying and about the academics. From anything from outdoors club, arts and crafts, music affiliations, we have athletics on our campus, an Abundance Residence Life program. So there's a lot to do on our campus to make sure that you are all well-rounded individuals, enjoying the things that are important to you as human beings, in addition to being students. A big part of who we are as an institution is getting involved in community service and engagement. So whether it's through one of our clubs and organizations or working at one of our college owned and operated pharmacies, of which we have 2, or working at our ACPHS Collaboratory, which is a community outreach program located in the south end of Albany, our students are out in the real world, getting hands-on experience and really making a difference in the greater capital region, which we're extremely proud of. Student success is incredibly important. So there are a lot of tools available to each and every one of our students on campus to ensure that they are going to be as successful as possible. From tutoring, advising, mentoring, the Center for Student Success located in our student library is always busy, and they are here to support you every step along the way. So next steps for those of you that are high school seniors, if you're thinking of applying, we have 3 different application pathways: early decision, binding admission, November 1, early action, December 1st, and regular decision of February 1st. We are test optional this year as a result of the pandemic. So if you do not have SATs or ACTs, that will not preclude you from admission. So if you guys are thinking about applying for admission to the college, I strongly recommend that you make a visit over to our Albany campus. We'll have an open house next month. We have daily campus tours just about every day, and we are always ready and willing and able to show you guys who we are as an institution. So that is a very long-winded explanation on a very short amount of time for everything that we have to offer in a nutshell. If you have any questions, concerns, want to talk to me about ACPHS, about the academics, or about any of your admissions next steps, please do connect with me at any time. All of my contact information is right above my shoulder here. I will also send it over in the general chat. I'll send a couple of helpful links there too. My job is to be your advocate. It is to help you every step along the way, as all my colleagues are here to do for their institutions as well. So let us know how we can support your next steps, and we will certainly do it one goal at a time. And I'm very much looking forward to working with each and every one of you, hopefully in the future. I'm going to go ahead and send over some of those links in the chat, and I hope to connect with each and every one of you soon. In the meantime, wishing everyone a lot of really great success as the high school year continues to roll on, and wishing everyone good health and wellness as well. And that's my spiel. Thanks, everyone.
Hey, that was awesome, Kelly. Thanks for that. So hi, everybody. My name is Matthew. I'm one of the associate directors at the College of St. Rose. I'm just going to start to share my screen. Hopefully this will work out okay. There we go. So St. Rose is located in the heart of Albany, 10 minutes from downtown Albany, 10 minutes from being outside of Albany. And we really specialize in that personalized education. We have those small class sizes that average around 20 to 1. Faculty will get to know you. They get to know you by your first name. If you miss a class, then they are going to miss you. And then they're going to pick on you a little bit next week and give you some tough love. The faculty are highly qualified. I think it's something like 92% of them have a PhD or a Master of Fine Arts. And that really is a great benefit for our students to have that interaction with them in those small class sizes. And it really gives some fantastic and powerful outcomes. We are a liberal arts college. We have those traditional liberal arts degrees like English, history, political science, communications, biology, computer science, just for example. But we have some new majors as well. We have a nursing program that just started a couple of years ago. Our students do a 1+2+1 nursing degree. It's a Bachelor of Science, and they do their clinical experiences at St. Peter's Hospital College of Nursing, where those students have a 96% pass rate in their NCLEX exam, their nursing exam. We have 32 seats available, so it's definitely a selective program. We also have a sales management degree as well, which is like a new program over the last couple of years. And we have a certificate in fraud and forensic accounting as well. Then we also have some niche kind of programs that kind of separate us in the higher education field. For example, we do forensic psychology and forensic science. We have cyber security as well. We have a music industry degree. We have our own music record label. We're ranked in the top 10 in the country. Students would need to audition And we also press our own vinyl records. It really is one of the coolest programs around. We also have a communication sciences and disorders major for students that wish to be a speech pathologist or a speech therapist. We also have lots of alsos. We also have many accelerated degrees where you can get both your undergraduate degree and your graduate degree in an abbreviated amount of time. We have some programs where you can do it in just 4 years. In our School of Business, you get your business degree and your MBA in just 4 years. We have some programs as well in psychology that are similar. Saves you a lot of time, saves you a lot of money, and it's going to look phenomenal on your resume. Moving on to campus life, our students will live in traditional residence halls, or otherwise known as dorms. But then in their upperclassmen years, they can live in a house, they can live in a suite, they can live in an apartment building, and first year students are allowed to have a car on campus. We have over 100 different official and unofficial clubs. They're kind of like academic or social in nature. For example, we have a psychology club, we have a pre-med club, we have a nursing club, a computer science club. But then we also have those kind of fun, more social clubs that the students will get involved in. We have a board games club called the Geeks of the Round Table, which is kind of awesome. We also have an adventure club that goes snowboarding, horseback riding, etc. So lots of different events and activities going on campus during the week and also over the weekend. And we do a lot of community service as well. We have a Reach Out St. Rose Day, which is one of the first Saturdays in September, where we work with over 50 different agencies in and around the capital region. And that's the kickstart to the year for our students to continue their community service throughout the rest of the year. We also do Relay for Life and St. Baldrick's Day. We are a Division II NCAA school. Quite a few different athletic options available, up to 19 different teams. You can actually get in touch with the coaches directly through the website. And we would also ask you to submit the prospective student athlete form to get you on their recruitment radar. Division II athletic schools can also offer athletic scholarships as well at the discretion of the coaches. We have a strong ROTC program on campus, and we also have an esports team as well that have some semi-professional players, as well as obviously very good varsity level players too. They play Overwatch and League of Legends. We also have a JV team and a club team as well. Average GPA for an accepted student is around an 89, that kind of like B+, A- kind of a range. We have first year scholarships that will range academically from $15,000 up to $20,000 per year. And then we also have additional Authentically You scholarships of up to $3,000 in total that you can be awarded for doing an interview with myself or one of my phenomenal colleagues. If you're a legacy student, if you're a musician, you don't need to be a music major, but you can still get a scholarship for being a musician, for doing community service, and also for first generation students. We accept the Common App, and we require the transcript and a letter of recommendation. And our early action deadline is November 15th, so a little under a month. And we have an open house on Saturday, November 20th. Just click on the visit button on our website, and we would love to see you there to meet with faculty, meet with students, have a look around, have some lunch. We do a financial aid and an admissions presentation also. I think that's about it for me. So I'd like to echo what Kelly said earlier. She summed it up very well. Make sure that you're taking good care of yourselves and taking care of your families and your communities. And I wish you the best of luck for the rest of this semester and the rest of your academic year.
Marist College, you are up next.
So sorry, I thought we were fourth. Let me just pull up my screen. Just a few slides to go through. Marist is located in Poughkeepsie, New York. We're located right on the banks of the Hudson River. So we're definitely have a beautiful campus to look forward to each and every day that we go to work. And this video just kind of takes students around campus with our different academic buildings and different dorm buildings. We'll get a little bit more into housing, but freshmen all live in dorms on campus. And then after freshman year, sophomore, junior, senior year, it's all townhouses and apartments. So this just, so we have a very active campus, as you'll see throughout the video, with a lot of students coming in and out, riding their bike, walking, things like that. Also, just to introduce myself, my name is Kelly Meanstead. I'm filling in for my director, Chris Doyle. I'm an assistant director in the Office of Admissions. I'm also a graduate and proud alum of Marist. I graduated with the class of 2019. So going a little bit back to Fox Facts, we have a little less than 6,000 undergraduate students. Our undergraduate students do come from 44 different states and 58 different countries. So they're really coming from all different backgrounds and experiences to make our Marist community. We are in that small to medium-sized institution range, which is nice for a lot of students. So it's that good balance of feeling like you're at a bigger school, but then also feeling like you're at that smaller school and having those personal connections within the classroom, within your clubs, activities, everything like that. We do have about 1,000 graduate students with having 15 graduate programs, but since most of our graduate programs are online, you won't see these students as much. So mainly it's those undergraduate students that make up our campus life. We are a liberal arts institution, so our students have over 40 majors and minors to choose from, and many students will mix and match with their different interests. So students can have one major and two minors, two majors and a minor. Students are encouraged to mix and match to get the most out of their education and to have the most well-rounded education that they can have on campus. Within the classroom, our student to faculty ratio is about 16:1. Most of our class sizes range between 20 and 25 students, and all of our classes are capped at 35 students. So you will not have a class larger than 35 on campus. We like to stick to those smaller class sizes just to allow that professor to student relationship to grow and to bond throughout the 4 years, because that's important to our education for our students. And then that bottom number, 96% of our freshmen live on campus for their freshman year. The other 4% are commuters. But as you can see, many of our students do tend to stay on campus. And throughout the 4 years, students tend to stay on campus and living in our townhouses and apartments. We added a brand new north end of campus with 4 new apartment buildings. So many of our juniors and seniors stay there. Looking over at the right side of the screen, you'll see 97% of our students are employed or attending graduate school within 6 months of graduation. That's a very high employment and graduate school rate that we are very happy to have. Everything that makes a Marist student success, from academics, internships, clubs, activities, study abroad, every piece of that Marist puzzle allows our students to be successful as students and then also once they graduate. And then the 85% graduation rate, that students that are graduating within the 4 years and on time with everything that they want to graduate with. Just some of our different areas of study. As I mentioned, it's very popular for many students to mix and match different interests. We do have about 30 to 40% of our students also come in undecided, and we have a great focus program for our undecided freshman students. The focus program actually stands for Future Options and Choices for Undeclared Students. So many students, when they come in, they can join the focus program and see what might be the best fit for them academically. We also like to focus on hands-on learning. This video just kind of takes students around different hands-on experiences and labs that we have on campus, including our gross anatomy lab located in our allied health building that allows students to actually work on real human donor bodies. We have our full retail store in our steel plant building, which is home to all of our fashion and the arts. That allows our fashion students to completely run and operate a full retail store on our campus. We have our Center for Social Media, we have our Sports Communication Lab, we have 2 film and TV labs. These experiences just allow our students to get that hands-on learning on campus that they can take with them to internships. Internships, so students can intern on campus in Poughkeepsie, in New York City, back in their hometown. We work with our students to make sure that they're getting into that internship experience. Study abroad is also a big part of our campus. We have students that can do a year abroad, a semester abroad, a few weeks abroad, and they can study in a destination of their choice. We do have a branch campus in Florence, Italy, so it's a popular destination. On campus, we have an active campus. We have over 80 clubs and organizations to choose from. We have 23 Division I athletic teams, so club sports, intramurals. There is just always something going on. It's a very active campus, and many students get involved across the board, widely across campus. We have a few different deadlines: November 15th, early decision 1 and early action, February 1st, early decision 2, and March 1st, regular decision. 4 different types of applications. You choose one to apply through that is best for you. Admission profile, these are just some figures from the middle 50% of our students. We are test optional, so you do not need to submit your SAT or ACT scores with your application if you don't wish to do so. Obviously, with the application, transcript, essay, list of clubs and activities, and 2 letters of recommendation. We are fully open for visitors. We have in-person visits, virtual programming, self-guided tours. So however you want to visit, we have an option for you. We are open 7 days a week, so we're happy to entertain and host any student coming from anywhere. And I can also put my email in the chat, but that's my little spiel. Thank you for coming.
Hello, my name is Mary Kelly. I am an associate director at St. Lawrence University in beautiful Canton, New York. And I'm just going to get my screen up to share with you. All right, so St. Lawrence, we are located about 4 hours north of Albany in Canton, New York. And our location is really unique because we're nestled right in between the Adirondack Mountains and the Canadian border. It's about 20 minutes to the Adirondacks and 20 minutes to Canada. Our location really lends itself to being in that small college town atmosphere, but also having access to one of the best backyards in the entire world with the Adirondacks and major international cities like Ottawa and Montreal. On campus, we have just over 2,400 students, and they're coming from 43 different states and 59 different countries. 2,400 puts us on the big side of being a small school. And what that means for you is that on a day-to-day basis, you will see a familiar face everywhere that you go, but at the same time, you can meet new people right up until the day that you graduate. In terms of academics, we have over 70 majors and over 40 minors to choose from, and a really flexible curriculum that allows you to pursue your interests. Right now, our most popular majors are economics, business and the liberal arts, psychology, government, and environmental studies. What's really great is that undecided is not a bad word at St. Lawrence. So if you're still considering your options and not sure what you want to study, you have until the spring semester of your sophomore year to declare your major. Our average class size is 17 and our student to faculty ratio is 11:1. And that means that your professors are going to know who you are. They'll know your face and they'll know your name, and you're going to be able to form some really great relationships with them throughout your time at St. Lawrence. 99% of our students participate in some type of experiential learning opportunity. We really strongly believe in those hands-on learning experiences. And so that might take the form of doing research, either as a summer research fellow or through a senior year experience that can serve as a capstone to your academic areas of interest. It might be studying abroad. 65% of our students choose to study off campus, and we offer 30 different programs in 20 different countries. Your financial aid also travels with you for those programs. You might complete an internship, like 75% of our students, or you might participate in one of our community-based learning classes, which gives you an opportunity to do some hands-on work in our local community with a local organization as part of one of your academic classes. One of the big parts of our academic program is our first year program, and this combines academics, advising, and residential life all into one place for you during your first year on campus to help ease the transition from high school to college. We do this by having you take a first year program class. There are usually 30 to 35 different options for the topic or the theme of that class. And you get to pick whatever is of most interest to you. What's really great about this is that you get to live with the other students who take this class with you, either on the same floor or in the same wing of a building. And it's team taught usually by 2 professors, one of whom would be your first advisor on campus. So like I said, a really great introduction to college life while helping you develop those skills that you've started to work on in high school in a way that will help you be super successful in college. In terms of student life, 98% of our students live on campus, and that is for all 4 years, and we do guarantee housing for all 4 years. In your first year, you could expect to live in a traditional residence hall style building where most of the rooms are doubles, and there's that shared bathroom down the hall. As an upper class student, you might live in our apartment style suites, our townhouses, in Kirk Douglas Hall, which is the newest building on campus where every room has its own bathroom. It's a little bit like living in a hotel. We also have theme houses, and these are a collection of cottages and houses around our campus that are dedicated to different student groups. So for example, if you're really into the outdoors, you might get involved with our outing club, and they have their own house on campus. Speaking of clubs, we have over 140 student clubs and organizations on campus, so there's a little something for everyone. If you're a student athlete, we do have 35 varsity athletic teams to choose from. 35 is a new number for us because we just added esports last year, and we're really excited to be continuing with that program this year. Most of our teams are playing at the Division III level, but our men's and women's ice hockey teams are both playing at the Division I level. About a third of our students are participating in varsity athletics, but we also have a really full offering of club and intramural sports. So if you wanted to try something new or maybe not have the commitment of that varsity level, that's great too. If you're thinking about life after graduation, you would find our Center for Career Excellence and our alumni network are some of the best tools out there to help you figure out what it is that you want to do. Right now, our alumni network is ranked 3rd in the country, and that's something that we're really proud of, being a small school up in Northern New York. Our Center for Career Excellence takes a really personalized approach to helping our students prepare those career competencies and get ready for life after graduation. And they have what's called the career commitment, which basically says when you walk through their doors, they're going to sit down with you and come up with that personalized plan. Some of our signature programs are listed here. My favorite is SLU Connect. It takes our students to different cities across the United States to visit different businesses and industries and participate in networking events. We've done those so far in Boston, Burlington, New York City, right in Albany, Washington, D.C., Big Sky, Montana, and San Francisco. And this is doing great things for us because we have an over 94% placement rate for our recent graduates, where 94% of our most recently graduated classes reported back to us that they're either employed or attending graduate school within a year of graduating. I'm going to wrap up just with some information about applying to St. Lawrence. We have 2 ways to do that, through the St. Lawrence application or the common application. We're test optional. We have been since 2005. And as of this year, we no longer have an application fee, so it's completely free to apply. And this is my contact information. Please feel free to reach out to me with any questions, and I will put that in the chat as well.
All right. Hi, everyone. Let me share my screen. Okay, we'll get started. So hi, everyone. My name is Megan. I am the Assistant Director of Undergraduate Enrollment at Russell Sage College. I'm going to go through just a few slides here and we'll get started. So Russell Sage College, the first thing we always like to say here is that we are one college with 2 campuses. What that really means is that we have a campus in Albany, and we also have a campus in Troy. The campuses are only about 15 minutes apart, so very easy for students to get back and forth via our free shuttle. The nice thing about both of these campuses is I like to say it's kind of the best of both worlds, meaning that our Albany campus is where you're going to find all of our sports fields. You're going to find the big green quad. You're going to find kind of a whole bunch of classes and buildings over there, whereas our Troy campus is a little bit more city-like. We have a really great, beautiful brickstone buildings. We're right in the center of downtown Troy, which is really kind of up and coming these days. And what's nice is you can take classes on both campuses. A lot of students like to go back and forth. They like to kind of decide which campus they want to be on certain days, but just kind of a really good way to, explore different options while you're here. I'm going to skip over a couple slides and just talk a little bit about the programs and different options that we have here when it comes to your studying and your majors. So we have over 50 plus bachelor and master's programs here. We have a handful of things ranging from nursing, health sciences, we have criminal justice, we have business, you name it. We have a handful of different options in the undergraduate category. We also have a handful of graduate programs.
programs. So pretty much every undergraduate program that we offer has some form of graduate program associated with it. What's nice about that is that I always like to tell students that if you know you're going to be going on to graduate school, or the degree that you're interested in requires some form of graduate school, it's always great to stay right within the school you're already attending, because it makes it that much easier to continue on. We have accelerated programs in occupational therapy as well as physical therapy. We have a nurse practitioner's program, so if you decide to continue on in your nursing education. We have everything in the arts department, MBA, you name it. So really just deciding on what that path is for you. We have a lot of options that you can explore while you're here. Just some kind of fun facts is that we are getting ready to celebrate 100 years of excellence in education. What's really exciting about that is next year will be that 100-year mark for our nursing program, as well as a handful of our other programs. So what I like to tell students, it's going to be a bit of a celebration. We're really excited about that and want to really kind of make sure that we celebrate it, as well as it should be. Along with that is we do offer a handful of financial support for first-year students. We offer anything from $22,000 per year and up to $18,500 for transfer students. So pretty much saying if you get accepted here, there is a handful of scholarship opportunity that will be available to you. Some of the things that our students love about Sage, the tight-knit community. We are a small school. We have about 2,600 students across both campuses. You're looking at a 16-to-1 faculty to student ratio, meaning that you're going to have those small classes. You're going to get to know your professors. You're going to get to know your classmates. I always think that's a really good thing when it comes to college, just because it does allow you to really get to explore different things, to really get the support that's needed, and make sure that you're kind of, using everything to the best of your ability. We have really great professors, very high quality programs. We have study abroad options if anyone's interested, and a handful of just different opportunities when it comes to Russell Sage. As I mentioned, we have an average class size of 16 students. We have a retention of 77%, so meaning that once students are here, they like to stay here. And again, a lot of our students are really, love the tight-knit community that we have to offer, just because, again, it does allow them to get to know their professors and then make sure that they actually have a lot of opportunities when it comes to, working outside of the school and staying within the area to find those jobs and so forth. That actually brings me to my next slide. We guarantee 100% of students will participate in some type of experiential learning. So what that could mean is if you are in nursing or health sciences or pre-med, you name it, a lot of the times that will refer to the clinicals that we'll help set you up with. When it comes to those clinicals, we try to set students up with at least 21 different options, meaning everything from a school nurse all the way to working into the emergency room. Great way to find out what you like, and an even better way to find out what you don't like. That same thing goes with internships, job shadowing, research options, just really depending on what area of focus that you're going into. We'll make sure that you are set up with an internship option so that you can learn more, so that you can get that real-time hands-on experience. And then a lot of the times that's where you're going to get those job offers after. Some other just fun facts is we are number 9 of 9 top performers of social mobility. We're a National College of Distinction, and 94% of our graduates received a job offer before or within 6 months of graduation, and 99% of our students received financial aid. Just some student life, so just some fun facts here is we have 60+ clubs and activities that ranges from sports all the way to theater, dance, things in student government, you name it. We have 21 different NCAA Division III teams. So again, we are Division III. We are part of the Empire 8 division. So I like to say, unless you're going D1 or D2, D3 is a really great way to continue playing and to make sure that you're getting that sport feel while still studying and having that option at the same time. I'll skip ahead here.
and just say, very similar to other schools, we're on the Common App. We look for your transcripts, your letter of recommendation, as well as your personal essay. It is free via the Common App, so definitely take advantage. I'll wrap that up for now. I know there's a lot of questions when it comes to college, when it comes to applying and things like that. The best thing that I say there is just stay in touch. Let us know how we can help. Let us know what questions you have, and just keep in touch as you go through this process. And that is it for me. Thank you.
Oh, there we go. Almost kept myself muted. All right, fantastic. Thank you to all of our presenters for that wonderful information. At this time, we have a couple minutes left before we end our session together. So if I could invite all of our presenters to come back on camera. We're going to do one, maybe 2 rounds of Q&A to wrap up our time together. For our presenters, we'll just go in the same order that everyone presented in when you share your answers. So that first question that we're going to pose to the crowd is, what is one piece of advice you would offer to someone going through the college search process?
Excellent question. The most important one, I think. So from a perspective of a specialized and rather niche school in its totality, I think it's really important for all of our prospective students and families just to continue to be curious and continue to ask questions and really break down the barriers as best you can and work with your admissions counselors. That is quite literally why we come to our jobs every single day, is to work and communicate with you guys as you go through this really exciting process. We all recognize that it can be overwhelming, and we've been living through an extremely difficult time the last couple of now years, sad enough to say. So just realize too, we're humans as well. I think the biggest thing that I never did when I was going through my college search process was really leverage those bits of support that I had from the other side of the desk in the admissions realm. So something I wish I had done a long time ago. There is literally no such thing as a silly question and no such thing as bothering us, certainly not from my perspective. So doors are wide open, and if there's anything that you take away from it, work with your admissions counselors. We are literally here to help you every step along the way.
Yeah, nicely said, Kelly. I would just add to that, do lots of college tours, do lots of visits. I think we all have open houses going on this fall, but then we also do visits like during the week as well. Whichever college you go to, you need to visit it at least twice. To visit it twice, you need to get there once. So make sure you do those visits as soon as possible to give yourself a chance to do those second visits, maybe those third visits. Connect with the faculty, connect with a student. Try and make those second and third visits different from the first ones as well. Do like a small visit, like an individual tour like we do at St. Rose, and I'm sure all of our other colleges here do too. But then also do one of those big visits, the big open houses, the accepted student days as well. Make sure that you're visiting lots of colleges to compare and contrast.
I definitely emphasize what Kelly and Matthew said. Visit, just connect with the admission counselors, also connect with the prospective students. If you want to reach out and say, I'm interested in this major, can I talk to a student in this major? That's a great way to learn directly how the student's experience has gone so far, what classes they've taken, things like that. Also, obviously, a few application deadlines are coming up, but I always encourage students to take everything piece by piece. Work on the essay one day, work on the first part of the information section the next day, work on the FAFSA the next day. If you do it a little bit piece by piece, the whole college application part doesn't seem as scary as it can be. And also just enjoy senior year. It's an exciting time. So definitely if your school has anything fun activities coming up, try to stay as active as possible while also doing those college applications and keeping up on homework.
I'm going to say ditto to everything that everyone has already said. And I will add that as you're kind of going through this process, it's important to keep the perspective of what's going to be important to you. So think about the experiences that you'd like to have, the classes that you'd like to take, the things that you'd like to continue that you've enjoyed in high school, and the things that you'd like to try that you haven't maybe had a chance to do yet. And then all of those schools that end up on your list, try to figure out how you can do all of those things at those different schools so that there's some consistency in what you're looking for. And so that you know that regardless of where you get admitted and where you decide to enroll, all of those things that are important to you are going to be things that you're able to do.
Yeah, I mean, obviously what everyone's already said so far, but what I always like to say is just give yourself options. Give yourself options when it comes to college. Give yourself option when it comes to the major that you're interested in. You know, college is such a great time to explore different things. So apply to, I always say, at least 3 to 5 different schools, you know, if not more. A lot of schools are free on the Common App now, so just take advantage of it because, you know, if you get accepted, you're gonna get more information that way. And then same thing when it comes to what you're interested in. You may say, you know, that you want to be a teacher, or you know that you want to be a nurse, but make sure there's a couple other options at that school as well, just so you can take different classes, explore different things, and just try to make the most of your experience while you're there.
Wonderful. Awesome. I love all those answers. I'll ditto and say same to everything that was already said. Okay, let's do one more round. We'll make these ones some quick answers so that we stay within our time. But if all of our presenters could leave our students with what is just one thing that you would like them to remember about your school.
For us, it's pretty easy. Very highly specialized, guaranteed jobs, guaranteed kind of placement in the health and career sciences. That's going to be what you want to do. So if you are thinking about those careers in the health and medical sciences, give ACPHS a chance, because that is literally 100% of what we do 100% of the time. And that's our bread and butter. So any of my health scientists out there, give us a shot.
St. Rose has a very open, welcoming, diverse campus. It's literally 50% diversity, which is a phenomenal achievement, and we're very proud of.
Marist, did we lose you?
Lost you for a second. If it's my turn, I'm ready.
Yes, go ahead.
We just focus on a lot of global connections with that personal touch with our smaller class sizes and personal connections with professors, students. We also encourage our students to explore and travel. So you get that global
I think she froze. Mary, do you want to share your response?
Sure. So I think the thing to keep in mind about St. Lawrence is that your experience here is going to be highly personalized and highly personal, and that our location, while it's a bit remote, leads to an intentionality behind being here. And that's for our students, our faculty, and our staff. Nobody ends up in Canton, New York by accident.
The one thing I would say is, yeah, we guarantee students 100% of internship, clinical, or research study options. So I think that's just kind of the best way to start figuring out what you like to do, what you don't like to do, and really just starting to get yourself out in the work environment. So, you know, we guarantee students that have that option depending on what you're interested in, and a great way to just, you know, see what's available and what job opportunities are out there.
Awesome. Well, that brings us to the end of our time together. I want to thank everyone one last time for joining us this evening. Students, families, attendees, of course, and then of course to all of our presenters. Students, when you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey, only 5. If you're willing to share any feedback with us, we would greatly appreciate it. We also encourage you to check back to the schedule because there are more sessions happening this evening and tomorrow. And you will be able to find this session's recording as well as all the other session recordings at strivescan.com/CASDANY. Thank you so much. Thank you to our presenters, and I'm sure they would join me in saying that we wish everyone the absolute best of luck in their college search process. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.